listening to the Morning After podcast.
The look of disappointment on your face when he goes, so that's your latte, Lamorne, and then large black coffee for Richard. You looked at him like, you couldn't have just kept it private?
I mean, this motherfucker. First of all, it's not even that. It's the size thing.
Yeah,
it's like he just looks at you and just said, large black coffee.
Latte and large
Why
black.
did he give you a kid's mini?
Listen, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You know what I mean?
You've done all right for yourself. You've done all right for yourself.
Like, I don't mind. A
Yeah.
little.
So headphones available if we want them.
Let's go. Makes it feel official.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I always keep one ear off.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
Yeah, like you're.
That was funny.
Can we talk about that?
That was funny. Okay, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
So, I work with Hisense TV.
Yep.
And did some promo. Yeah, hey, look, man, look, the checks keep coming. The checks keep coming. And so we do it. I've been doing some stuff with Jason Tatum. They're playing the Hawks, so him and I are about to shoot some promos. So I'm here, fly in last night, do the promos. When I was like, "Yo, you want to do this show with me?" And you were like, "Well, if you're gonna be in Atlanta anytime soon," I'm like, "I'll be in Atlanta tomorrow."
Yeah, dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, "I'll be there tomorrow."
Because scheduling, as you probably know, scheduling people is
the worst.
It's the worst because you have your own busy schedule, and then they have their busy schedule.
Dude, it's so hard.
Randall, trying to get him in LA, happened to be here shooting a movie, and he texts me saying, "Hey, dude, when you be back in LA?" Or he goes, "I'm in LA. Let's plan it out." And I go, "I'm in Atlanta. If you're gonna be here anytime soon," and I was saying it in jest. Yeah, I was like, "If you're gonna be here," he's like, "I am.
I will be there tomorrow."
Dude, man, we so appreciate you being here.
Come on.
You asked the question earlier.
Yes.
Why do I look so good?
No, I didn't say that. I said
sounds like those are your words.
I don't recall those being my exact words. We have to be very, very clear. You know, about you. But I said, no. Handsome wasn't the word. I said, you didn't look as fat as you normally do. Like last time I saw you was on your birthday. You were having a birthday party. It wasn't a Diddy party. It wasn't a Diddy party.
Diddy was not there.
Diddy was not there. It was not a Diddy party. But we had a good time. It was fun, man. Met some very, very nice people. And you didn't look this fit.
No, I was swollen.
Yes. Yeah, you're a different type of swollen now.
I was like Martin Lawrence when he
was
going through.
Dude, so bad. Whatever happened? Because he ran the streets naked, and then did he just not say anything?
No. There was media coverage, but there wasn't social media coverage when that happened the way it is. Now those viral clips would live forever. There would be memes. It would be this. So we're all somewhat old enough to remember all of the shit that we got away with or shit that popped up and disappeared very quickly. So
ooh, I'm so happy you couldn't see what I was doing when I was in high school. I was odd.
Yeah. I don't think anybody wants to know what you were doing when you were underage. What?
I can explain it, but then you'll go to jail.
I don't want to go to jail. I have zero desire to go. I like my life. But I was gonna say, I like your shirt. I see that you're really feeling yourself.
Bro,
Don't do that. Don't
get them titties,
dude.
God, don't.
Like you look like Jake Gyllenhaal in Roadhouse.
Thank you for
saying
saying
wore
so.
all those shirts.
That means a lot. That's what I was going for.
That's what you were
not
going for.
Not the body. I'm saying just the shirt.
The shirt.
Because he got jacked for that movie.
He what?
He got jacked for that movie.
Yeah.
I'm jacked right now.
You're fit.
I'm gonna show you a picture of me in my underwear.
I am specifically requesting not to see this. I'm asking you.
That's not. I'm wearing.
Unsolicited.
I'm asking. I'm wearing.
That's
oh
not. First of all,
God,
that's not underwear. That's
unsolicited.
not underwear.
You know how I know this is underwear? These
what?
are long. My dick go down.
That's
here
a mankini, dude. Why you got a mankini on?
It's just like, what fucking podcast did we come on?
I agreed to this. That's the problem. I agreed.
This is what I call my. This is what I call my post game.
We'll pop all these photos up for everyone.
I don't want to see it, bro.
That's that post game.
Oh, okay. Now understand this. While I am very proud for you, you should be proud of that. I was a professional athlete for 17 years. We would look at that and be like, "Oh, look at the little guy." I was like, "Oh, we'll look at that and be like, man, I remember my high school days." man, that looked like me my senior year when I couldn't put on weight.
Hold on. Not everybody. Not Paul Pierce. Not Carmelo Anthony. These dudes were not Chris Paul. These guys,
KD was so
KD's
small.
skinny. But it was shocking to me how these are the most. You guys are the most elite athletes ever.
Skill too. I think people.
Skill too.
People. The skill can. There's the elite athletes, and
Yeah.
then there's the elite skill, and the people that fall in between, where they're elite athletes
Yes.
and have elite skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that jump, because there's guys that are super skilled, and there's guys that are super athletic that can't play basketball.
Right.
Very true.
That brings up an interesting point.
I'll decide if that's interesting or not.
It is.
Okay.
Because what we do, we're gonna jump to the fan questions later, but this is one of the fan questions, but I'm gonna bring it up now.
Oh well.
The Lakers in the bubble dominated Denver. I won't say dominated, but they played really well against Denver.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard, to me, was the
Why
person
did
who
you start making that face?
I don't know.
Now
where
be
this
careful.
is going.
We're in Georgia. You said Atlanta, but this ain't Atlanta.
It's not quite Atlanta.
Yeah,
It's
I was like,
Fayetteville.
that's why I kept texting you
this
back.
seems like this seems like a sundown town that we're in. Was he your escort here? Was he the escort?
outside of this room, we are not safe.
No, that's why I see. There's no mirror. There's no glass in here. No one can see that we're in here.
No,
okay.
no.
That's fair.
But these cameras are being broadcast to the sheriff's department.
Always,
So they can make
always.
sure we get the
Drewski
fuck outta
and them. We got him. We got him.
Be careful. This could get back to him in China.
No. This is a real question. This is his personal business. Is his personal business.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. I love Dwight Howard. He was, to me, the reason the Lakers beat the Nuggets, because he neutralized Joker. Lakers haven't beat him since Dwight Howard's go. My question is, this man was begging to be on the NBA team. Why has the Lakers? Why wouldn't they sign him?
I don't know. I'm not Rob Pelinka. I would say, again, you have to go back. That was 2020, right? And in 4 years, a lot of things can change. Joker is a far better player now than he was in 2020. Jamal Murray is and again, don't forget that Denver team was down 3-1 in the first round, down 3-1 to the Clippers. Really, that was a part of the Clippers' epic collapse. And so, and I say this with a tremendous amount of respect, they probably weren't as good they definitely weren't as good as the team that we are seeing now. This is the evolution of 3 years, Jamal obviously being hurt, all of those things, and now that they're healthy, they can't be beat. And if you look back in 2020, if someone told you in 3 years this team is going to go on a run, this young team is going to go on a run, you'd be like, okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
It was just the manner in which it went. We missed out on 2 years because of Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr.'s injury. Then again, like, the league changes. The Lakers aren't as dominant. There's a lot of things. And the Lakers were the best team in the league before the world got shut down.
Yeah.
So they were right there. And then obviously, the rest of the story is it.
Isn't Dwight averaging like 72 in China a game?
I don't. Yes, he is still Goliath, right? He is still a huge athletic human being,
Yeah.
but understanding, but it's also too, when people are looking at, they're not just looking at fits they're also looking at, I don't want to say necessarily personality fits, but when you have, would this individual fit into our current locker room?
Yeah.
And this is not directed at Dwight, but there's other guys, whether it's Boogie Cousins or John Wall. There's there's 450 players in the NBA.
Right.
The 450 best players in the world, if we were to rank them all out, they are not in the NBA.
Who's number one right now?
The best player in the world? It's
Yeah.
Jokic. Jokic
Yeah.
is the best player in the
Yeah.
world. Yeah. But I'm saying it's probably the best 375. And then the rest are players that they're seeing if they can elevate their talent, right? It's like, do we
players
want to
like
get
me.
Yeah, There's people like you. There's people like you.
Players. Okay.
Larry
No,
Moses Bryant. Come on.
I never played
Well, I
professionally.
did bring you something. I do know you have a little bit of a basketball history, and I say little bit as like a bit of a stretch. I did bring you something. I did bring you something for you to check out, because I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Okay, shit.
Because I'm one of the few people that I'm gonna say few. It's starting to get out there, but I got it. Hold on, let me show you.
Oh, let's see it. Uh-oh.
Also, KD put up 0 reps on the bench press in the combine.
How much? I mean,
How'd that work out?
how heavy?
How'd that work out for Kevin
One of
Durant?
the greatest
we
players
don't
ever.
need the 7-foot point guard to the 7-foot shooting guard
Yeah.
to
But
put up bench press.
But that's why I love what you said earlier about skill, because Oh,
Whoa, what is
shit.
that?
That's a 3D printed
Airless basketball.
basketball.
Yeah, Wilson.
What?
Then now, holy shit! Have you tried like shooting with it?
Oh, I haven't. I shot with it just randomly one time, but this one's mine.
Holy!
This is crazy.
Right?
It bounces?
Are they ever going to implement that? I doubt.
No. This is
Whoa.
more of like like
Recreational?
I say it's like a concept car, right?
Okay.
It's a concept car that they make and show, and I think it's a pretty cool piece. It does
Super cool,
Yeah,
dude.
it does dribble. Yeah, we can leave it there, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Why is the basketball so orange now? What did they do? Why is
The
it
leather.
so
They
orange?
probably just dye and leather. That's all.
Does
But
it
no,
feel any
they
different?
can't change it. They can't change it because I think the amount of reps, this is a little bit more rigid. The amount of reps that players shoot, their hands would get torn up trying to shoot this ball. Even if you try to build calluses, it was like players shoot thousands of reps. This is cool. I think it'd be good in the park. I think it would work in the park. I think dudes would want to hoop with it and play games just to see what it's like. Like on a professional level, that's a little bit. Players have to approve it, but no, Wilson's not paying me for this, although they should. But it is pretty cool, and I like taking it around and showing it to other hoop heads.
Dude, thanks for calling me a hoop head. Thanks.
Yeah.
For
I was
respecting
pointing
me.
to him.
Yeah,
I was
thank
pointing
you,
to him.
thank
No,
you.
I was pointing in this direction, but my hand was this
The
way.
big-ass
It was
Chris Rock hands.
it was directed. No, has he thought about getting those fingers massaged out? Like, has he thought that feels like there's a carpal tunnel thing going, and he's had it for a while. I'm not messing with any. I
love Chris
I'm not
Rock,
picking on anybody with any sort of.
They need to
defect.
just break them and then straighten them.
But that's part of his comedic delivery. When his hands get curled up, you listening. You
know
listening.
he-
You about to say some
destroy
shit.
somebody.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, this is another episode of the Lamorne After. As always, I got my boy Kyle
What
Shevrin
up?
here. Today we have a very, very special guest. A lot different, but the same as some of our other guests. Most of our other guests are, actually all of our other guests are humorous. This person happens to be very, very funny, very humorous individual.
That's the best compliment you've ever given me. Thank you.
You truly are, my
Thank
friend.
you.
You truly
Thank
are.
you.
But
Thank you.
the thing that's different about your humor is that you're also a world-class athlete and
times.
a world-class sports analyst.
Yep.
This is insane. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have NBA champion Richard Jefferson here.
Is there a round of applause?
Dude, can we talk about the time we met? Do you remember that?
Was it Corinne?
Corinne.
Yes.
So a friend of his, very beautiful woman, comes up to me to say hello,
And smart.
and in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh,
Hey, what's your name? What's your name?
that wasn't the case. She came over to me to tell me, hey, I'm over here with Richard Jefferson, and I was like, one, no, you're not.
One, no, you're not.
Stop it. And two, like, damn, I thought you was trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Holler.
I thought she was trying to holler, but she wasn't. And so I go over there to say what's up to you, and you knew who I you knew
I was
who
a huge fan.
Huge fan. And I was like, what the? Because I'm a huge fan of yours.
I remember your early work. I remember your early work.
The
I rember your
the roller coaster
commercials?
shows.
the commercials. That's why I was like, bro, I kid you not. When I first saw you on New Girl, and was watching it, loved the show, and I was like, I know this nigga from somewhere. I'm like, it was bothering me. I am one of those people that just, I love movies, I love shows.
Yeah.
So I'll hit IMDb in a club, right? Like, where do I like? I'll hit it.
Korean,
anywhere.
you fucked that dude?
Yeah, I was like, why do I? I was like, no, and I was like, I knew you from somewhere other. And I clicked on, and it was the Vegas commercials. And you
Yeah,
guys-
those were killer.
You killed it. It was so funny. As a West Coast kid, I grew up going to Vegas. Like that was our Arizona people would always just meet there. So we were always in Vegas. And so when I saw that ad and the way you and your guy nailed it, I was like, oh, that shit was really funny. So then fast forward, I was like, oh, he was that dude from the ad. Okay. And so, but I'll give you credit. First of all, thank you for saying that I'm funny. You know, that means a lot. But you were a part of that comedic journey. Do you remember?
Yes. You were studying. Is it
At UCB. I was
UCB,
at UC. It was UCB, and I asked you. I go, hey, like I've never taken improv. Like I want to learn it. I think I was about to retire. It was the summer before I retired. And some of the people I was working with, they're like, "Oh, have you ever tried improv?" And I'm like, "I am a 40-year-old man. I was like, am I really supposed to just enter into a class with other?" And they're like, "Yes, you are."
Yeah.
So I hit you up, me and my boy ROB. We hit you up, and you're like, "Hey, what's?" And you're like, "Groundlings is good. I think for you would really enjoy UCB." I did 101. 201, 301, and then 401. Obviously, COVID hit 2020, so like I had to stop. But I give you credit, man. I took your advice, and it's worked out well for me. That's the only positive thing I'm going to say about you today.
You don't have to say anything else positive.
Oh, well, I'm just going to be honest.
My mama loves me.
Yeah.
She does. Well, she's got some secrets. She's got some secrets. I'm
Dude,
discovering
wait,
new
you got
things.
to. Your mom didn't even she thought another actor was you on TV recently. She called him and said,
your mama doesn't even know the BMO guy?
Bro,
That's crazy.
my mom.
Your
she
mom.
said, "I'm recording your show," and he was like, "What show?" And then she said it.
She said it. And she thought I was on the Dion Cole, BET show, Average Joe. I think that's what it's called, Average Joe. And my boy Malcolm Barrett is on that show. And Malcolm Barrett, he's on The Boys. He's a bunch of TV shows.
Yeah.
But he constantly people come up to me to tell me, "Oh, I loved you in We the Peoples." And I go, "I was never in that movie."
Do you say thank you?
No, because at first I would go.
Oh, thank
first
you.
I would go like, "Oh yeah, cool, thank you," and then walk away going, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
Yeah.
Then it started to hit me. They think I'm Malcolm Barrett.
No way.
For years.
Yeah.
I went to his movie premiere called We the Peoples. I was there. The lady who plays my mom on New Girl was at the premiere.
Yeah.
Anna Marie Horsford. She comes up to me afterwards and goes, "You didn't tell me you were in this movie." And my response, I said, "You old bitch. That's because I'm not in this movie." Get your old
And I get the same thing. I get it. I get like Boris Kodjoe. We look so much alike. And so I like
That's
him
your
'cause
doppelganger?
he's nodding his head. Yeah, me and Boris,
Yeah.
we look so much alike. And we get mistaken often. Me, him, and Jason Taylor. It's like you put the three of us.
This is not accurate.
This physically, like I might be the tallest, strongest.
Maybe
of
Jason
the three.
Whitlock.
Oh no, not Jason Whitlock. Oh no!
Right now, Jason Whitlock is waiting to see what I am going to say.
Dude, he's gonna clip this.
He is waiting to see what I am going to say.
I love Jason Whitlock.
And you do?
That's the best compliment you could give in Jason
I'm going to
Whitlock.
say this.
I don't know if you ever played hoops.
I don't want smoke with nobody that don't want smoke with me.
Yeah.
If you want smoke with me, just understand. But like, this is the thing. In basketball, we have a scouting report, right?
Yeah.
Know your opponent.
Yeah.
Know your opponent, know their tendencies, right? And so I've always had a scouting report just in life on anything. What is my opponent? What is the tendencies? That's just been ingrained into my brain. So I know my opponent. I know their tendencies. And so I decide whether or not I want to engage in that. And so I choose not to, because there's never anything beneficial for me. I don't fight someone, like a boxer is not going to fight somebody for free.
That's true.
Right? It's like, what's the benefit? What's the purse?
Right.
Sometimes you can battle, and even if you lose, you can still come up on top
You won.
because of an overall presence, a conversation, or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's no purse in that for me. So I don't do things without a bag. I've been like that since I was like 20 years old.
Well, Jason Whitlock is a very controversial person. A lot of people are. There's a lot of
but there's some intentionally controversial people. Like they will find the counterpoint to whatever the popular point is, and the only thing that I don't like about those things is that everything individuals like him and people on the other side of him, they're not all wrong. Right. Like you can't sit up here and say 99% of the shit that Jason Whitlock says is false. But a lot of the way he goes about it, it's that's where your message could be drowned out. And again, we've said his name one too many times.
And you're too nice, dude. You're too nice.
Until it's time to not be.
Yeah.
Until it's time to not be, because that's the zone that I enjoy being in.
Right.
Some people enjoy being in the troll role or the loud mode or the hot take. Some people enjoy the energy that they get from that. I enjoy the have fun mode.
Yeah.
unless you want me to. If you want me to, then we can go that route. But like I said, not a lot of people come at me.
Yeah. I'm too insecure to go at people. I am, because the moment somebody says something,
your honesty.
I'm not going to lie about it. Like, here's the thing. I'm secure in knowing where I am insecure. And I'm very public
That's a
about it.
superpower.
Yeah, because I'm like, yep, there's some things that there's some roads I will not walk down.
Yeah, there's some things. No, I think there's like Gilbert Arenas. Mm-hmm. I love Gilbert.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
You guys go back.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
I went on his show. But truly, like, because we came up together, I knew him since he was like 15.
Okay.
Recruited him to Arizona. Saw all of that happen. We entered into the draft the same year.
15?
Yeah.
You saw him at a
I was
party?
No, I was 17. He was 15, playing in the same pump tournaments at Cal State Dominguez.
Okay.
We were playing like the Dana Pump, those the twin brothers, the Pump brothers. We were playing their basketball tournament, so we would meet and do all this stuff. But there was lots of guys that would, Carlos Boozer, Deshaun Stevenson.
Nice.
That's just kind of like the AAU circuit that would happen. I would fly out from Arizona, playing a tournament on the weekend against all those dudes, and then they would rate you based off of how you played.
That's called dedication.
Damn.
That's why.
How often did y'all pump?
Come again?
No, I'm saying you guys pumped in the you guys pumped in the tour.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay, now I hear how that
Yeah,
sounded. Yeah, okay. I
But
got
to
you.
answer your question, there was that tournament. The tournament was a big Adidas tournament. Okay. So that was kind of big. So he's a crazy person.
Yeah.
I know this. Gilbert, like,
He knows this.
He knows this. Everyone that works with him knows this. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. Did y'all see him going at Saucy Santana? Did y'all see that by any way?
No.
I think I haven't seen that clip.
So Nick Young, his boy.
Yeah.
Shout out Nick Young.
Love Nick Young.
What a duo.
What a duo. What a duo. One of my best podcasts ever on road tripping. Him, Nick Young, Gilbert Arenas, Channing Frye, Allie Clifton. It was hilarious.
That's an all-star
But
team right there.
Nick and him were going back and forth. And he was talking about whatever show he was on. He was like, "Oh no!" Then he goes, he was like, "Who was on the show with you?" And he named a couple people, and he said, "Saucy Santana." Gilbert doesn't know who this is, so Gilbert, and then Nick is like, "Nah, don't go googling it." And then Gilbert googled it,
Oh no.
and his reaction was what you thought it was. Right now, my thing is this: for me, for normal human beings, we have reactions that are like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
What? Not Gilbert." I was watching this video, and I once I saw he was Googling, I'm like, oh, what is he about to do? And he did exactly what I thought he was going to do. Then Saucy Santana responds. And if you guys want to Google this, it's all on. So Saucy Santana responds. Then Gilbert doubles up.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And he said, because Saucy's a rapper, and again, we're in Georgia, so I'm going to speak very, very, very lightly. And then he started comparing Saucy and then Megan Thee Stallion to twerking. And he started saying, he was like, it was just,
I remember that.
Yes,
I saw that.
He is just, there are certain people that will go places. So I'm like, I know my scouting report.
Yeah.
I am not going to engage with this man.
What did he say? He thick? What he say?
He's good on Twitter too.
He goes, I open it up and I see, first thing I see is Saucy twerking. And I'm just like, just like, come on, man. Let's be respectful. But that's not Gil's lane.
No, it's not.
He's good on Twitter too. You have to be good. Like there's people who are just great on Twitter, and then if you're good on Twitter, you can troll. You can be a Hall of Fame troll.
Yeah, but what is Twitter? Twitter is information, like real time information, and trolls. That's the only two things you get on Twitter.
You get porn.
Yeah, there's a lot of that on there too.
I don't look at porn, but I'm just saying.
It's in your recommended.
Twitter is two things.
It's in his.
Twitter is two things.
Don't click on his For You tab.
I'm just saying. Look, people can search my like history. I love it when people likes histories get popped up on Twitter. My shit, nah. The things that come across my feed, trolls and real time information. I don't know what comes across your feed. I don't know what comes across your feed.
Let me tell you something. For a while, Kyle ran my Twitter.
So he was really into, like, he was like, what are you watching?
No, he was like, partly probably, but also he just followed a lot of people. Because he's trying to build my followers. So you just follow a lot of people, then unfollow them. We never unfollowed any of those people. Yeah. So we follow hundreds of thousands of people or something like that. A lot of people.
Hundreds of thousands.
Some funny people.
Yeah, but also a lot of them are, odd. Every once in a while I'm scrolling.
Who's the most odd person that you followed?
Most odd? I wouldn't say, like, I don't know specifically, but I'll tell you some things that I've seen. I saw.
I've seen some shit. I've seen shit.
I've seen a bowling ball come out of someone.
Oh,
I've seen that.
We saw that. We saw that at the Claremont Lounge.
Yeah, Claremont Lounge. You see a lot of that.
I just want to say,
have you been there, Richard? Have you been to the Claremont Lounge?
I just want to say, I'm looking directly into the camera. I'm not responsible for anything that these two individuals say. Make sure when you're taking the transcript and these things go viral, it can say Richard said nothing or Richard was silent.
We'll have AI.
You've never seen bowling ball extractions?
And this is where we have AI say you have. Great.
I have not. Again, the two things that come up on my Twitter feed are real-time sports live news information and trolls.
That's fair.
And that's why Gilbert can control that. Why that's why Gilbert is great on Twitter.
Yeah,
because he's a troll. He's the worst kind.
Did you ever have any like real beefs with anyone while you were playing?
There's people that you just think are bad people. I don't need to get into all of that stuff because I think when you give them space past those moments, right? Like that's when they talk about living rent free, right? You asked me that question. Oh yeah, there's some bad people out there in every field, right? Like when I see actors and you hear those stories about people and their on-set behavior and you give anybody that much fame and millions, and it doesn't matter if they're a musician, which I really need to talk to you about something in a second.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if they're a musician. It doesn't matter if they're an actor. It doesn't matter if they're an athlete, a politician. It doesn't matter. Men and women. Yeah. There's going to be great people in that field, and there's going to be shitty people in that field. That's just the reality of it, right? So it's like, I don't know. I try not to, I've said some stories, right? And it's like they've been said. They are aware. Right. But like I said, not as much as I talk and as much as I'm in the media, I don't get a lot of people coming at me. Because I like to just have fun.
You know why people don't come after you? Because you are funny. People never really want to go at the funny
because you can't take a joke. Now you can't take a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, and then also you have at that point, because you're professionally funny, if somebody comes after you, you have full right to ether them. And they don't want that.
Oh, I've ethered some people.
I know.
I've ethered some people.
We've seen it.
I've ethered some people. Because it's one of those moments where it's like, I am an asshole. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I hide it with humor.
Yes.
But when I get to take the humor away and just be an asshole, and I have the right and I'm entitled to do that, oh, that shit's fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun. That's not the place I want to live because that's exhausting. But it's just like, oh, listen. Yeah. I'm not as good as I once was, but I can be good once as I ever was. Okay, shout out our guy Toby Keith. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah,
we're in Georgia. I don't even know if he's from here, but it seems like a country town.
He could be.
He could be. It seems like this town seems like a place Toby Keith sang about, right? Like he loves a lot of the bars in this town.
My favorite interaction of you on camera, a lot of times it's you and JJ Redick, but you and Kendrick Perkins. Every time.
Oh, I love Perk, dude. He is so great and funny.
And the way you destroy people at home will be thinking it, and then you'll say it. And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, we had a moment where he was like, man, they just took his lunch money. And I'm like, Perk. If there's a reference that you should not be using, right? If you should not be using, but this is the thing, and I kid you not. I've been now in the industry for 4 or 5 years. Let's just say 5 years. I've been in the industry, working, meeting people, and there's a lot of people like me and Perk, like JJ. Me and JJ never had any interaction as a player. We're never on the same team, rarely in the same conference. Like no interaction. Didn't know him from Eve or Adam. Well, didn't know him from Adam, but they're the first two people.
Or Eve.
Oh, sorry. Or Eve.
Yeah.
Eve and Adam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adam.
So they, them, that's fine. Yeah. And so to sit and get to know Perk, one of the best human beings I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Like just father. We have kids the same age. We both will sit there and show highlights of our kids playing basketball or playing baseball at 9 years old, playing football. And he's just a great dude. And this is the other part. The reason why he's a brother is because he allows me that space. Yeah. You have to be allowed that space to do that. Like, he makes fun of me and my bald head. He'll be like, I'll make fun of him and like, we're okay with that. And that's where you get those moments where everyone loves it, because it's like he knows at any point in time I'm gonna say some shit, and he accepts that because he knows that we're here for one, basketball, and two, entertainment. He knows that we're here to entertain the people, and if we laughing about it like we would in the locker room, if he says that shit like that in the locker room, I would have the whole locker room laughing. So to be able to do that on set, shout out my guy Perk, Malika, Chanae, the whole crew.
Dude, my favorite two things in life, besides like family and friends and stuff like that, but it's basketball and comedy. Yeah. And my favorite show for years was Inside the NBA.
So good.
Yeah, those guys kill it. And
you guys are slowly making your way to I'm not joking. Whenever you guys are on, I'm like, I don't even care about the game right now that they're analyzing.
We did. I think if you saw that one, that was during the halftime. During the halftime, we came back.
They lost it.
Yeah, we came back from halftime, and like, so ESPN is very different than Turner, right? Yeah. And this is why no one will ever be able to compete with Inside the NBA. Like, we come back and we got like 3 minutes. Yeah. Right? A lot of advertising. So our halftime is 3 minutes. That's it. So we get to come in, boop, statement. We're going to show 2 highlights. Boom, back to the game, because it's just commercial breaks or whatever. Turner has so much more window. They have an hour post game. We don't ESPN doesn't have an hour post game. So there's not the space to be funny. There's not the space to tell stories. There's not the space to break down basketball. That's just a difference in the space. Right. So Turner is not only great because of the great people. They have the greatest set of 4 people that you know, any broadcasting, baseball, basketball, football, you name it, that's the best to ever do it. But they also have the space to do it. And that's one of the things that they're very fortunate, and they use that space, and that's why they're the GOATs.
Dude, so we don't have you for much longer.
Thank God. Do I get one of these hats?
Yeah. That was my gift to you at the end.
Oh. Okay. We're just that's not a gift, but I brought you.
How do I get one, first of all?
Okay, well, this is the thing. If this clip most likely airs, just tag Wilson, tell him how much you loved it. Because that's all I did. Because my idea was this.
Airless Gen 1.
Yeah, I see it, and I'm like, holy shit, that's cool. I want one. Now they're for sale. I thought it was just a concept. I didn't know they were ever going to go on sale.
Oh, they're for sale?
Yeah, they're for sale. Oh, yeah, and you got money. And so I tagged them in a video, and I was like, hey, look. Do I want to pay for this? No. Will I take this ball and like get people to give reviews? Yes. Send me one. Couple weeks later, they were like, Richard, so here you go. So this is me saying thank you to Wilson, bringing it to people, bringing it to your podcast, letting you guys give them a little love. Now, I'm just saying, if you want to do the same thing, like,
Wilson, please send me all the balls. What?
Whoa. He wants all the balls.
What?
He likes the black ones too. They have white and brown, so it depends. Whatever you. No. I've seen your dating history. I've seen your dating history,
and I've seen your search history.
I've seen your Twitter search history. He wants all the balls.
Okay. No, this one's great though. This
is pretty cool. My kids geeked out when
super cool.
Beautiful box, Wilson. It's amazing. They give you a stand. They give you everything. It's definitely worth it, especially if you're just a hoop head.
Yeah.
You open it up, and my kids were like, they were dribbling it, playing with it, and I was like, if you don't put that down, Negro, like, I got to do.
You have a hoop at home?
No.
Can you still dunk?
Yes.
Okay.
No, so can I just tell y'all some really
You broke?
No. No, it's the other way around.
Oh, he's so rich.
It's
in his name.
So I live on the beach.
Of course you do.
I live on the beach in Hermosa. I don't really tell
You're in
people.
Hermosa?
Yeah, I'm in Hermosa.
Oh, wow. I was considering moving there.
You should. It's amazing, right? We'll talk offline.
I've been there.
It's terrible.
My assistant lives there.
It's terrible. People don't come. So, I where I'm at, it's flat. I just don't have a space for a hoop. Right. It's my dream home. I'm like grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, 115-degree weather. To live on the beach, that's a black man's dream.
Yeah.
So I live there, but there's no place for a hoop. Absolutely no place for a hoop. So my kids are now 7 and 9. They're wanting to hoop every time, and now every time we got to get in the car and drive to the park.
Okay.
So there's this lot, like maybe like 8 homes down. They're just like this empty lot that had like a little parking lot. Then it's just nothing in the background. It's for sale. The dirt's like $6 million, $5 million or something. So once I see the for sale sign in it, I call the broker and I'm like, hey, is there any way I could just put a hoop up there? And they're, after a couple of phone calls and a couple of back and forths, they're like, yeah, go ahead. You can put up a hoop, no problem. So now my kids have a hoop that overlooks the beach, and I hate them every single day for it. Every single day. So I didn't have a hoop, and I don't have a hoop, but now every day after school, they're like, Daddy, can we go to the hoop? I'm like, damn right we can. Yeah. So we just drive there. I sit in my car, those little munchkins hoop, and I just look off, and I see the water, and I see the sand, and I look at my kids, and I'm like, as much as this is what I dreamed of, I am also still very bitter. Like, I played in 115 degree weather every single day so y'all can play on this hoop.
I think
stare at the ocean.
Here's how you
and don't even care.
Here's how you get rid of some of that bitterness.
Please.
Because I'm a dad. Let me teach you. Instead of sitting in a car and watching your kids, you're a fucking pro. Go teach them how to play.
No, I do. I know. No, okay. So again,
them motherfuckers, these little niggas can't ball at all. These little niggas is trash.
Okay, so it's different. Okay. So I'll give you the setup.
7 and 9.
No, I'll give you the setup. So the car blocks the driveway. The hoop is in the driveway. Now, when they played, the ball always would roll into the street, whatever. So we used to walk down there, make them dribble down there with their offhand, but then I would be chasing the ball in the street the whole time. So I drive them now so my car can block that a little bit. So that's one. So I sit in the car, and they just want to play one-on-one the whole time. So they want to play one-on-one the whole time. So the only thing I do now for them is I make them rebound for each other. So now it's like teaching them, like, hey, with 2 people, a lot of shit can get done. So both of you rebound. Phoenix, rebound for Richard for 5 shots, 5 spots. Now, Phoenix, you go it around, and they do that. Then I let them play one-on-one. Because I think one of the parts that's lost in basketball is so much training. There's so much training going on, and guys are super skilled, but basketball is like water. There's a movement. There's a flow. There's a like understanding movement. And if you're just doing it against cones, if you're just so rigid, yes, you're highly skilled. Yes, you get in a workout. But when bodies are moving and people are angles, and how fast is this guy, and like a quarterback, how like, okay, this DB's running at this speed, this wide receiver, I can throw him open. That shit only comes from playing. That shit only comes from playing the game. So if my 7 and 9-year-old want to play one-on-one and it's trash, just play. Every time you dribble the ball, every shot that you get, you're understanding. My little one's understanding playing against his older brother. I'm yelling at his older brother to fucking go hard and destroy his younger brother. So there's just like this whole thing. So yes, eventually I will get out there and start training them. Right now I'm teaching them how to just
be self-sufficient on that.
And just enjoy the game.
Yeah.
The fact that they're like, hey, Daddy, can we go to the hoop? So as soon as we get home from school, drive right there. They shoot for 30 minutes, right? Just like if they were in my backyard. Yeah. So 30 minutes, okay. All right, it's time. We got to go do homework. Can we come back after? Damn right we can, right? So we'll go back there for another 30, 45 minutes. And it's just letting them, the fact that they want to do it makes me wish I had a hoop at my house and in my backyard. But that's not the reality, so fuck them kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. I love you boys.
Let's be real. There's a lot of fake fake trainers too. Remember when that one dude who went on, was it Inside the NBA, who he claimed he was like the greatest shooter?
Be nice to these guys. This guy's life was ruined.
Because he sucked.
No, he didn't suck. Okay.
He airballed every shot, RJ.
Okay. How
are you going to say you're the best shooting coach in the world?
But again, yes, there was some shit there. But I think the problem was, in what I've heard his voice, he was a little upset about how it went down, and from a person that has done this, like we have that set in ESPN. We have a hoop there, and I don't shoot on it because I'm like, I got a suit on, I got this. Shout out to Kenny, he shot the ball well.
Yeah.
But it's just like there's a lot of pressure to be there with Hall of Famers in a studio, not in the gym. But yeah,
I believe I can go there cold and make at least one.
Yeah, he didn't even make one.
Cold.
Look. At the end of the day, his performance was trash.
Yeah.
Was he put in a position to succeed? No.
Right.
But his performance was still not up to his standard. What he was claiming his standard was.
That's his fault. That's his fault. That's walking around. That's walking up to a woman and be like, baby girl, I got the biggest goddamn thing you'd have ever seen in your life. I'm about to put it down on you. And then you get there and you can't get up. That's on you because you sold her a dream. That's on you, Lamorne.
I will not confirm or deny What are you speaking from personal? Is this
Nah,
a personal?
I'm just saying I'm 40. And sometimes I'm 40 now. And sometimes you know what I'm saying. My testosterone don't be.
Are you gonna get on those Frank Thomas pills?
Oh, the
Nugenics?
Nugenics?
Well, Frank Thomas looks like he can still play.
That dude could still play.
Play what? Offensive lineman?
He can still fuck your wife.
Yeah. Those women are ready in those commercials. I don't know how they scout. I don't even think they do a casting call. I think he just brings his own chick.
They say women hit their peak in their prime, much later than men, as men's testosterone starts to, so
get the big hurt in there.
Yeah, the big hurt. You call it in the reliever. Hey, baby, I'm done. Hey, Frank, you got it from here. I'm gonna go make me a sandwich. You want one? You want something? You want something?
Oh, I love
Gatorade?
Frank Thomas, man.
Oh man. Okay.
This episode's brought to you by Blue Chew. It's not. No, it's not.
Not yet. Not yet. It isn't.
Before we get into the fan questions,
Please.
You're talking about raising your kids to understand the game before you really go in there, and so there's a lot of talk about Bronny, and I personally have my theories about what's happening with Bronny at USC. Between the two James boys, Bryce and Bronny, who do you think has the most potential to actually have? I think they both are going to go pro, but longevity.
Again, I don't know, and I stand by from this, and I say it from a space of this. If you make it to the NBA, you've already won.
Yeah, you're one of the best.
You've already won. And obviously the amount of pressure and all this other stuff. If you make it to the McDonald's All-American game, you've won. Doesn't mean if you won the final prize, right? It's kind of like if you make it onto American Idol, right? You've won.
Unless you're that dude.
But when I say,
William
I'm saying
Hung?
when you make it, he
Bang.
made money off of that, bro. He made money. Listen, we all know that song.
Yeah,
his renditions.
He crushed
He made
it.
some money. But I'm saying it's like if you made it to Hollywood, if you get that ticket to make it to Hollywood, you've already won in the sense that there is a validation to the work that you have put in. So like Bronny, I think the most important summer an athlete has is that summer between his senior year and his freshman year. And obviously because of the tragic, heart condition and the thing, he lost that entire summer, right? So for him to lose that entire summer, which is the most, especially for a guy that's projected to go to the NFL or NBA or Major League, if you lose that summer, right? Like there's guys that are reclassifying in college football to leave their senior year to go to do spring football at Ohio State. So technically they're still a senior in high school, but they'll graduate early so that they can enroll and do spring football so that they can get a leg up. Right? At Michigan or Ohio State. Yeah, Michigan.
Sorry.
So it's Ohio State. Anyways, but people do that at big schools because they understand that importance of those first few months.
Yeah.
And so for him to lose out on that and then conditioning, you can see some of those things. I think it's hard to evaluate him from a statistical standpoint. But let me just say this. Is there a world? Now, you guys own teams right now. You're the Lakers. You're the Cavs, right? Okay. You're the Cavs. You guys own teams. Is there a scenario, and let's say you're taking LeBron out of it because this is sports and entertainment. Is there a scenario where you guys have second round picks and you don't draft him? You don't draft Bronny from a standpoint of, yes, we can draft him. We can develop him. We can put him on our G League team. There are guys that were drafted in the middle of the first round that don't get second contracts. So to say that we're going to take on a legacy on a guy, you'll sell more jerseys than his contract is worth.
Yeah.
You might pay him $600,000-$700,000 in his first year, and you will sell millions in tickets. You will sell millions in jersey sales. That's part of why Shohei Ohtani got so much money.
Yeah.
We're going to give him all this money because we're going to make it back from like the international rights and all. It's a business.
Yeah.
So I think his talent is first two rounds. I don't think he performed as people would have liked to put him in the first round, even though there was a projection. And so now he's most likely going to go in the second round. But I just don't see a scenario where the Cavs, and considering that they drafted his dad, that the Cavs don't take him in the second round and say, hey, look, he'll be a two-way player for us. We're going to develop him in the G League. He's going to come up on our roster. Same with the Lakers. He's going to play a bunch of games in the G League, and we'll let him develop there. Lots of players have done that. Yeah. Pascal Siakam, Van Vliet. There's so many guys that developed in the G League and then turned into all-stars and all-NBA players.
That's true.
Anthony Bennett.
That's Hasim Thabit. Don't do that. I'm just messing with you. You were an outstanding collegiate player, man.
He was. He carked.
Yeah.
What was he? Connecticut, right?
I can confirm nor deny these rumors.
Here's my theory. Here's my theory on Bronny. LeBron is such a, I guess you could say a basketball. He's brilliant. He's
Savant.
a brilliant savant. He's a mind of basketball, and even outside of the game, the business of it all. Right? He's been doing it for 100 years. So to me, here's what I think.
Tell me what.
He's telling Bronny, like, fucking go easy, bro. You just had a heart situation. Don't injure yourself in college. We need you in the league, bro. Take it easy. People gonna be like, oh, he's not that. Who gives a fuck? Because I have private
You got the
sessions
in.
for you.
Yeah, I got. You
All
got
the scouts
in.
really know what the deal is because I'm fucking LeBron James. I'm
You're
not having you.
LeBron James.
I'm not anymore.
Clip
I'm
it.
Just saying,
At it.
I am LeBron James, motherfucker.
There we go. That's better.
I know the ins and outs of how this shit works. Don't worry about you know how LeBron feels about college.
Yeah.
But he's like, come on, don't blow your knee out with these bastards, bro. Come to the league and then show them how to fucking ball. How
So you
do
think
it.
Bronny is better than he's
Yes.
shown, and he's not showing
I'm
it
almost positive. You
on
know why?
purpose?
I'm almost positive Bronny's leaving.
Yeah.
USC.
Yeah, the coach Andy Enfield just took the SMU job.
Oh.
Yeah, this was today or yesterday. So the USC coach who he signed with is no longer there. So now another coach is going to be coming in, and look, even if he wasn't if he wasn't Bronny James, you would say a lot of those guys look to transfer. Like look at Alabama, look at what happened with their football team, look at what happened with Washington's football team. When these coaches leave, there's an exodus of players.
Yeah.
Right. And so USC traditionally doesn't have a great basketball program. They're now leaving the Pac-12. So they're going to leave their home area and they're going to the Big Ten.
Yep.
And
Or
so it's
Big
like
12.
now the recruiting is going to completely change for them. Right. So there's just a lot of things. So I think if in my opinion, I think Bronny should leave if he chooses to, if he feels that, because I do believe based off of what I see and understanding the business of basketball and understanding, I've seen his physical talent. I've seen his physical talent. Like just the dude is special. He is gifted. Now, can we tell that at 18, 19 years old, coming off of a heart condition and all of the things that he had to do? No, but athletes can look at another athlete and be like, if he sticks with it in 3-4 years, is he going to be his dad? No, he's not. His dad was once in a billion type player.
He's a goat.
But he could be, in my opinion, he has the skill set, the physicality, and the understanding of the game to be a 10-year pro. And if you can draft a 5-10-year pro with a second round pick, that's all. You won.
And sell all the jerseys, like you said.
most second round picks don't see
jerseys.
don't see a second contract.
Do they even make them a jersey?
If you gotta work hard, depending on your name.
They put my name on the back of a.
They put your name on the
I
back
say
of
we
a
do
milk
this.
carton. Your mom put your name on the back of it.
Why don't we do
That's all.
expansion team? Make a team of just juniors. So you put Bronny Jr., D-Wade Jr., Shaq Jr.,
Pippen Jr.
Pippen, Gary Payton Jr., and just let them make their own team and play
to see what the.
and crush the G League.
Well, that
and
would
then
no,
get
but
to
no,
the NBA.
that that would also still be Steph. I think Steph is a junior.
yeah,
Wardell.
Steph, yes.
Wardell.
He's not a. Wait, is that? Oh, Dell. Jesus.
Wardell.
They would call him Dell for short.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Man,
So
dude.
what the fuck is Pooh Richardson? What was his first name?
I just saw Pooh.
Winnie
You're not gonna have me.
Winnie
you're not gonna- I'm staying out of Pooh. Nothing but respect. OG
Mookie
play.
Blaylock, Pooh Richardson, Bimbo Coles. What happened? Where y'all at? Where these motherfuckers?
Spud.
Love Spud.
Doc. Come on, man. The NBA players got the best nicknames.
Oh, World Be Free.
Come
What
on.
happened?
NBA players have always been divas. We've always been divas.
You can see the faces. NFL
Yes.
players got masks on.
This is what I'm trying to tell people. In sports, the biggest divas are wide receivers and quarterbacks, right? They're the biggest divas. Mainly, let's say wide receivers, but quarterbacks because they have to be professional on the outside because they're, that's their. But we all know that, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, like these guys are. There's a level of diva that goes.
One's
to
the GOAT and one's not.
Anyways, basketball, we have 450 wide receivers and quarterbacks in our league. That's what we have. That's why NBA Twitter is. That's why the NBA is the most dramatic league.
Yeah.
It is I didn't realize how dramatic it is because we tune it out and we are part of the machine and we're playing in another game next night. And that's just like, if it's not about our team, if it doesn't involve me, it might be a conversation in the locker room before we go do our business.
Right.
Now that I'm in the media and I have to cover the insanely stupid shit that we do consistently, I worry, bro.
Yeah.
I worry. Not from that they're doing anything different than we did, but you were hoping that all of the lessons that have been learned over the past 30 years and with social media the last 15, that some of these mistakes might not be happening, but they're still happening. They're still hanging out with the same women, hanging out at the same parties, doing the same shit.
Speaking of the same
Don't
women,
do that.
Malika Andrews, she single?
Malika is not.
Oh, okay. I hung out with her recently.
She's awesome.
Mind-blowingly dope.
Yeah, my poor sis she's gotten some heat, and it's unwarranted. And the hardest part about it, because we kind of came through ESPN at the same time. When I retired, she was young, but when I retired in 2018, that's when she started. She was working with the Bucks and starting to really upswing. And then when all of the Rachel Nichols things happened, she was not included in that. But when the Rachel Nichols thing happened and they were looking for a new host of the Daily Show at 26 years old, they give her the job and say work 5-6 days a week and grind. And it's just like, and it's like people are gonna make mistakes. And at that spot, she's still learning the space, and she's an amazing host now. Like she's great. Like she is an outstanding host, and she allows me and Perk to do what we do. Yeah. She allows all the jokes that you see, we know that we can go that place and laugh and mess around because she is like our Ernie Johnson. She is the person that, okay, well, back to basketball. This is the next topic. And we're still giggling over there. That takes a tremendous amount of skill, especially for someone that was new in the industry and got it. And I've made mistakes in this industry. Everyone has made mistakes in this industry. She's made some mistakes in this industry, but I think she cares about the game. She puts in the work, and some of the heat, she's just now a part of the trolls, like the trolls, and it's just nothing that's going to stop that. And even there was one person I went at my IG because he said something negative, and I'm like, hey, bro, she gonna be on my page, so you might as well unfollow. Because like, all right, don't follow me if this is what your energies you're gonna bring. And I said, and he was like, oh, my bad, I was just being toxic and cracking jokes. It's like no, why, bro, dude? This is a human being over here. Like, you just wanting to get clicks and see that like 200 people liked what you said. Then I call you out and be like, bro, not on my page. And he was like, oh, I was just being he didn't even care. And there's hundreds of thousands of people that operate like that and everything. They're like, oh, who are we beating up today? Who are we mad at today? Oh, this young black woman that made and you're just let's get on her. It's like, oh, is this gonna be an annual thing? And you're just like, guys, come on, man. And so she's done an outstanding job navigating a lot of the bullshit. But as far as talented at the job, she's as good as it comes.
So what you're saying is she's not single.
Yeah. All of the compliments I gave you to let you know she's out of your league. She is out of your league.
There's a lot of women that are out of my league, and I've started to notice
most.
Well, not most women, because you know what I'm saying.
Shout out Zoe Kravitz.
Shout out Zoe Kravitz. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? She hasn't responded yet.
I was gonna say
she hasn't, but
she might be. You were picking between like her and Zendaya.
Yeah,
she didn't even leave him on scene. She just didn't even open it.
Oh, you DM'd her?
Have I DM'd her? I probably have DM'd her.
You've been blocked by her?
No, her people.
Her people?
She doesn't run her page.
She doesn't. Her page knows, right? Like if she were to see you on a red carpet, like, Lamorne is coming, so just be aware.
No, we've seen each other. We've been around each other.
So she knows about your
my obsessive crush over her. No, because I play it cool. So cool that I don't talk to her.
That is the cool. That is the definition of cool. That is how you should play it every single time.
Listen, I need a coach. I need Hitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw a girl in the gym the other day.
I don't know if Hitch is what you need right now. Hitch is going through some shit.
I don't need Hitch. I don't need.
You know, Will Smith. I don't. You know.
Let's take the hit out of that.
The hit.
I need a name Hutch.
The Hutch. Yeah. He needs Hutch.
You don't want to kick her on a jet ski.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but yeah.
Because I saw a girl in the gym the other day, and I must have worked out 30 minutes longer than I was normally planning, because I was in my mind trying to figure out what to say to her.
Oh my God.
I got so tired of working out, I was like, fuck this, I'm going home, and I never spoke to her.
That was probably what's best. Women do not like getting hit on in the gym. Please don't do that.
I wasn't gonna hit on her. I was gonna walk up to her, lick my lips, pop these titties.
I'm gonna get Joey swole. Joey, tell him that women do not like getting hit on in the gym. So you can work out for. Look, I'm glad that she inspired you to better yourself for another 30 minutes. That is the most that you should get from anybody in the gym. It's just inspiration.
That's true.
Joey, I'm telling him.
That's true. That's true. Let's get into the.
Yeah. So on this podcast, RJ,
what was her name?
We poll the fans.
I don't know her name. I never asked.
Just go talk to people at the front desk. Get all of her information.
That's now stalking, sir.
You've never done that?
No, I'll follow somebody home, but I'm not going.
We're gonna poll. Let's poll.
Let's go.
Yeah, we poll the fans. So
fans here.
these are questions tailored to you.
Oh.
After we polled the fans, sometimes together, sometimes we poll them individually.
So with these questions though, it can be rapid fire or they can spark conversation. We have a bunch of them. We're just gonna pick and choose some.
I just fucking go, bro. Why you guys explaining this to me like I'm a 2-year-old?
Fair enough.
I know.
He's on TV.
Do you understand that if we ask you a question,
you don't have to answer.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll let you go first.
Oh,
okay.
That's sweet. That's sweet. Are you guys holding hands on there? Right there?
No, that's not my hand.
Oh. RJ, if you really needed to, do you think you could land a plane?
Yes.
You could?
Yeah.
Have you ever flown a plane?
No.
But you just think.
Yeah.
Fool thinks he's Keenan and Snakes on a Plane because he played a little on the PSP.
No. Irrational confidence is something that is like, look, you can only accomplish so much in your life, but before you start to believe you can almost do anything.
This is true.
You can almost do anything. Like if there's a human being out there that hasn't thought about what they would have done if they were in that car on the bridge, like in that, tragic moment, I'm sitting here and it'll give you is like, if I'm there, I got 2 kids, I got my wife, like what would I do in that situation? Yeah. Right. I had that whole conversation with my boy and I was like, all right, let's change the subject. Right. But if you asked me if I could land a plane,
just pull up.
I wouldn't say pull up. Give me the headset. These feel comfortable. All right. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Which button do
what? Okay.
Don't press that one. Don't press that one.
There's a green button. Oh, okay. Okay. Is there an injection seat? No. Okay. Do we have parachute? I feel like if you put me in a life or death situation, I want to believe that. So I believe it.
So Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. There's all this talk about these three, the big three. Who do you brutally kick off of a cliff? Who writes the soundtrack to your life? And who do you allow one evening with your wife?
No. First of all, let's start with the last one. None.
Got to pick.
Got
to pick. And you got to watch, too.
Oh. I don't feel like that's in the notes. I don't feel like that's
the fan. Yeah.
I will throw this lukewarm coffee.
That was from...
I'll do the first two. I'll do the first two. And I know what you're saying is like once you do the first two, the third is that. I know, bro, I'm ahead of you. Then I'm gonna do the first one. Just
okay,
so we
change it. Who do you allow one evening with like your aunt or something?
I would. My aunt's like 80.
Yeah, she
stop it.
She saw the Drake video.
So I would say this. Did you see the Drake video?
Dude, I ran this guy's Twitter. Of course, I saw the Drake video.
That's fair.
I was see who I was competing with.
Honestly, I would say Kendrick would have to do my soundtrack.
Okay.
I'm born in LA. Grew up in Arizona.
That's
I'm
fair.
West Coast, Dre, him, all Warren G, Nate, like West Coast, Daz, Corrupt. That's what I grew up on. So I would want a West Coast dude. Who do I kick off a clip?
Brutally.
I would probably say Drake, right? Just because super talented, but I think it's time to evolve, past the poppy rap songs, right? Something with a little bit more context, right? That's why I'm more of a fan of and I love like look, don't get me wrong, Drake, go to his songs, push play, the party's fine for the rest of the night. Yeah. You ain't got to adjust. He's going to give you hits for the last 10 years. He's going to get there is not a critique of his talent or his music, but it's like, yeah, he is the Michael Jackson of rap. Like it is, just it's always going to play. It's always going to be great. Is it a high level of substance? No, there's no message in it, which what rap was behind. There was always a message behind rap. That's what it came from, right? Even reggae. Bob Marley's movie just came out. There was a message behind what he was saying.
One love.
Yeah. But there was, he was telling stories about what was going on. I don't feel like that's what Drake does.
Yeah.
You're saying the bars are lacking.
No, he's got bars.
Well, it's hotter than the 6.
Yeah, listen, I'm not critical. If you are in your 20s, if you are in your early 30s and you still having a good time, Drake is the one for you. If you're a little bit older and you're trying to have a little bit more substance, you most likely go with J. Cole or you go with Kendrick.
Cool. So you're killing Drake. Kendrick's writing your soundtrack, and J. Cole's going to spend an evening with your aunt. Yeah, with your aunt.
Put them dreads on top of that chest.
Why you say it like that?
And he hoops too. You could play hoops.
Look, all 3 of them you can't go wrong.
Okay, he could be a step.
All right, next question.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Let's see.
Some up there too.
Which one? Okay. Okay. It's a little basketball related, but who would you say was the best trash talker you played against?
Best trash talker. Best trash talker. I would say my favorite that I like Rasheed Wallace.
Okay.
I like Rasheed.
Okay.
I like Rasheed because Rasheed would just talk to you. He would back a player down, see the double team, and just talk to the double team. Just like, you better come. You better bring it. You better tell him to bring the double team. And he was 6'11". He would shoot the turnaround jumper. Yeah. So if the double team did come, he would just shoot the turnaround jumper.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like the way he did it. And I think his persona off the court versus on the court was very, very, like when I first got to the league, it's like Rasheed Wallace leading the league in technicals, always wilding out this, and then you see him at a bar, like, yo, what's up, Rich? And you're like, yo, what's up, Sheed? You cool? Right? No, and he was a really good dude. He been saying some outlandish shit. Sheed, you've been saying some outlandish shit, but I got nothing but respect. But I like the way he talked trash because he kept it in the framework of the game. He wasn't personal, but he was always talking, and you didn't want to engage in him.
That's what it felt like when you watch the games. Even as just a fan of watching it, I would go, I'm intimidated by Rasheed Wallace. I'm at home.
Yes. And it was just like he would always go ham on the officials, but he would always like talk shit to the you out here calling this on this bum motherfucker right here. That's some bullshit. And I'm like, damn, Sheed is like, oh, don't worry. I'm just pissed off at them. And I'm like, what is going on here?
Call me bum.
I was like, but
first 10 rows hurt you.
Yeah, everybody like, damn, are you talking shit to me? Like, are you talking shit to them, Sheed? I don't, but he was cool. I fuck with Sheed.
But speaking of his relationship with the refs, one of the questions is, which NBA ref is the biggest cheater? You could no comment that as well.
No, Donaghy, the guy that's gone.
Oh, true.
So he's gone.
You reffed a game too.
I did. How was
that?
That was the hardest thing I ever did. I felt like you, right? Like you ever been in a role that you were just completely not prepared for? Yes. You were out most of the roles that you've been like just completely.
No, that's not
like
accurate.
In over your head, right?
Accurate.
Like you were like, why am like imposter syndrome? Like why am I here? Like what
not
is
he's not talented enough?
Like
my house in Hermosa has a basketball court.
Yeah. Your assistant's house.
My assistant makes more money than you.
Yeah, that's tough. Oh, that's tough when you're assistant. No.
I just won the Powerball.
Yeah, God.
Please
it doesn't matter. Yes, I played. We used to pool shit together in a locker room. I promise you. Oh, in Jersey, everybody would throw in like a couple $100, and if everybody win, everybody win.
Everybody split it.
Oh, I play it all the time. I think about it. The Powerball was just one in Jersey. I was disappointed, but there was $2 million winners other places, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Man, let me win that Powerball. Ain't nothing changing.
Everything changing.
Nothing changing.
How much betting goes down on the team plane? In between games, on the way to games.
No. Again, the world has changed because of the sports betting and that it's changed. But like most of the time, guys are just playing cards, and you're playing cards. The reason why the numbers won a lot of money, but the reason why is like people can win money on the way there and lose money on the way back. So you always have a chance to win your money back. There's a story, and I won't say the player's name, but they were with the Knicks in the 90s. This guy, they would fly New York, LA, right? New York, LA. They would fly out and do the West Coast road trip or whatever. He won like $60,000 on his way there. It's a 5-hour flight, so guys are getting in over their heads, and it might be over. Yeah, one like, and it was like he was like, man, I'm gonna buy a new Range Rover. This is my trainer telling me this. I'm gonna buy a new trainer. Shout out Timothy Walsh, who was an old trainer of the Knicks. He was, oh man, I'm gonna buy a new Range Rover when I get back. Look at all this, wow, super hype. He goes, Richard, on the way back, he lost all that and then some on the get back, and he goes, he couldn't play for a week. He was it was like the next 3 games, he was just trash. And it's like, the betting is fun when it's with your boys and you can kind of like, okay, I lost to you. You know, I've seen guys lose it on the 5-hour and then work their way back on the LA to Phoenix, Phoenix to Utah, work their way back on the way back home. Because that's what it is. Sometimes you got to walk it back up. You might play a little conservative, a lot of IOUs, a lot of iPhone notes going on of like, okay, you owe me this, you owe me that. And then once you start saying like, okay, I got all my cash out here, give me $5K. And then they loan it. Because it's like, dude, it's like, what else are you going to do for 5 hours?
Yeah.
Right? And you're just on the plane, you've watched all the movies, you've seen all the TV shows, and there's only probably about 5 or 6 guys that consistently play, and it's just a variation.
Study film.
Well, we've already done the film. We've already done the film. We got film when we land. You've watched the games. You know the games. This is, you know.
Okay, you got another one, Kyle?
This is a question I've had, and we've heard other people talk about it, but what would you say is the hardest part about being retired from obviously something you love and you're still involved in it, but now from a different side?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
He's got grim.
No, I wasn't. I'm not trying. If you don't understand it, then you don't. It's only a few people understand it, and they only understand it at certain levels. Like I was playing professional sports, I was 38.
Yeah.
Like imagine how fucked up my brain is, right? Like my first 2.5 years, I might have missed. Let's say if I had 40 flights, I probably missed 15 of them. Right. Just like getting in the mindset of like, okay, I have to get there an hour early. Right. I have to, do this. I'm going just the new processing that my brain had to take is completely different. Yeah. Setting up doctor's appointments. We used to get like the super intrinsic physicals. They do your heart, they do your blood, they do your eyes, to do everything. We do that every single year, right? Like in training camp to make sure nothing pops up. When you retire, like now it's like, even then, it's like your tooth hurts. Okay, hey, we got the team dentist. It's like, okay, we have practice on this, blah, blah. You're gonna walk right there, get it done. Oh, you're something's going on. Your back is messed up. Okay, you're gonna go get an MRI at this time. Now it's like to get an MRI, to get something checked. It's 6 weeks. It's this. Yeah. There's so many things that your infrastructure changes, and the longer you're institutionalized, I won't say the harder it becomes, but the bigger of a change it does become. So everything changes when you retire. I used to travel around and play in front of 25,000 people every single night of my life from 20 to 38.
Yeah.
Actually more if you include college. So from 18 to 38.
Dude, it's been crazy because I grew up in Jersey and my dad had season tickets for a bit.
You're welcome.
Dude, it was so fun when you came to the team. And now it's just crazy, hanging out, and eventually we're gonna play Risk, and I'm gonna kill you.
I can't wait for that game. And every time you guys have hit me up, it's always been. But I'm down. I'm down to just do some really nerdy shit.
Invite everybody to your house in Hermosa.
Oh yeah, you could host it if you want to host the Risk. The boys.
Let's say this summer we'll host it.
You got to do it.
I'm into it. Have you ever played Risk?
No,
I've never played Risk. That's why I was like,
oh,
that's
my
why.
God.
No. First of all, know your scouting report. Know your opponent. Do you not think that I will be on YouTube and I'll be like, it's my first time,
bro? I'm the most feared player in the game. Ask our group chat.
People talk about him.
Do they?
They talk about him in circles.
Yeah, that explains it.
Next question. Tyrone Hill.
Okay.
Popeye Jones.
People you look alike.
No, I see. That's it. See, you're too good.
What? I thought we were playing a game. Who do you look most like?
No. Well,
continue. Tell me before you ask me the question. Give me the last person.
Tyrone Hill, Popeye Jones, Sam Cassell. Who's the cutest?
Are you including yourself in this?
First of all, I'm handsome. Let's let the world.
And let me say this. I'm going to say Sam Cassell because Sam Cassell says it all the time. I'm gorgeous. I'm Bro, that's
Let me
weird.
see.
Stop doing
Stop.
that.
Stop.
Stop doing that.
Stop.
How do you have
What?
that rating
Oh,
on
I
your
didn't even
phone?
see that
Ransom,
one with the towel.
I'm doing edits. I'm picking. This is Men's Health
Are
right
you?
here, baby.
You're doing edits? Are you Kate Middleton your pictures? Are you photoshopping?
I don't-
those?
Is she even still alive, dude?
I'm
What
doing
it- what
selects.
it-
I'm doing selects.
that-
Bro, your boy right there.
My son has muscles that size,
Well,
and he's 9.
Let's not talk about the lab that you guys, your
Captain America serum
your
Heon.
facility. Okay, this right here.
Hard work.
Is that all natural? Or are you balcoing it?
This all natural, baby. Come on.
It looks all natural.
Okay, first of all, I could guarantee I'm
Okay,
more
next
ripped than you.
question. Next question.
I could guarantee I'm more ripped than you. I could guarantee it.
Give me 10 days.
All right, shirt off.
10 days.
Oh, you
gonna
going
do
to
a
the lab.
shirt
Oh,
off.
10, bro, that's the difference, bro.
Goes
Like,
to the lab.
my boy Iggy has a term, but like I can't say it. But yeah, give me 10 days.
Iggy Azalea?
Andre Iguodala.
He not
Oh,
thick.
Andre Iguodala.
Yeah,
She thick.
she. Okay, next question. Adults. Jeez, why'd I agree to this?
This is all from the fans. What is the most expensive gift you've ever given someone or someone's ever given you? Ooh. Do you know a lot of rich people?
Yeah, but you know, rich people are like nice bottle of wine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
rich. Like
That's true.
that's what they are. They're not Rolex.
Yeah.
I've given those gifts. I've given those gifts before.
Really?
Yes, I've given those gifts.
You've given a Rolex to someone.
Yeah, I have another one coming up.
You got a Rolex to give away?
Yeah. Yeah.
For what?
You got one in the back right now?
No. If you, I
us?
wish you guys could have seen his bottom lip quiver. it was like the who? What? No.
who getting the Rolex?
No. Hear me out. There are certain people in your life that they're going above and beyond.
Yes.
They're going above and beyond, and like your professional existence would not work without the work that they do.
It's been an
the
honor,
Rolex.
dude.
We get
Yeah,
the
it's
Rolex,
been an
baby.
honor, bro. Seriously. You're welcome.
Every basketball player has a person that they can look at and be like, man, you used to go to the park with me. It was my boy, Travis Michelson. It was Eric Larson for me growing up. Those are my two best friends, taking me home, driving me home, doing this shit. And it was like, bro, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the work that you were helping me with at 16 when we were kids. And be like, man, can you drive me home? And they'd be like, after basketball practice, like, you ain't got, and they knew I ain't had no gas money.
Yeah.
They knew I didn't have shit. They would just be like, all right, man, come on.
Yeah.
But we won a state championship. So they was like, I was like, yeah,
Let's
it's
go.
fine.
Works
Let's give
out.
them a ride home. So, no. So like sometimes, man, if there's somebody that you're working with and I have some people in my life that are just going so far above and beyond what I pay them. And sometimes, man, like we in this position, giving that type of gift, and I've only done it like once or twice in my life, but it was like, I can point to like, I would not be here, or you helped me in the last year, in the last this is a forever token of my appreciation.
Yeah. So that's it. Those are all the questions that we have for you. Do you want to get into this?
We could do this quickly.
Let's do really quick.
Okay,
and then
we
we're
got
done.
some. We have some. It's a little game we're gonna do. We have some players' nicknames. We're gonna see if you know who they are.
Okay.
The Alaskan Assassin.
Trajan Langdon.
Yep. Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay.
What about
that was easy. That was tier 1, by the way. These get harder.
You hope they get harder.
These get harder.
Yeah.
What about? This one's pretty easy. Chocolate Thunder.
Oh, come on, Daryl Dawkins.
Okay.
Gave me his wristband when he was with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Whoa.
My parents got me one ticket. I think they got me one ticket. I'm pretty sure. They got me one ticket, and I went to the Harlem Globetrotters, and I was in Phoenix. I was maybe 14, 15-year-old kid, and I'm making eye time. They're giving out their armbands, and I had that red, white, and blue armband, and then he was a Nets legend. So when I got drafted by the Nets, I got to share that story. And I'm like, bro, you probably gave out 10 million of these as a Harlem Globetrotter.
Yeah.
But just understand, one of those that you gave away was to me.
That's awesome.
As a kid. So to have Chocolate Thunder, Daryl Dawkins, and I used to watch those old VHS of that would have all the dunkers and all the stuff and Blue Edwards. And so that's where I learned how to do weird shit on the 9-foot hoop. And then I kept fucking growing. One day I'll tell you.
Yeah,
what it's
lucky, dude.
Don't do that, because I saw your high school dunk contest.
Hey,
Don't do that.
hey,
Don't do
hey.
that. Don't do that.
Look,
I was letting you have that when you came after me.
Hey, not every actor's movie is an award-winning movie.
Hey, listen.
You know?
Wait, who's the dude we say looks like a an actor who's
Bobby Portis.
Bobby Port. He looks like when they cast someone to play a basketball
like
player
in
in a
Showtime,
movie.
in Showtime,
like
yes.
in Coach
And
Carter.
he moves that way. He moves that way. Bobby got game.
Ugh.
His
All
jumper
right,
is
give me the rest of
nasty.
these nicknames.
Dollar Bill.
Bill Cartwright.
If we had a buzzer, you get the. He has a different nickname.
It's very similar.
No, I don't know.
Dollar Bill is Bill Bradley.
I see. Bill. Oh,
His Knicks teammates thought he was cheap.
well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know that he only played in the home games and he went to Princeton and he was a senator. I did not know that was his nickname.
Okay,
All
well,
right,
Medical
all
Bill.
right.
Well, who's Medical Bill?
Are you talking about Bill Walton?
Nope. Bill Cartwright.
Okay, continue. I'm calling. We can
They
give
call me
Bill
Michael
Michael Jordan gave him that nickname because he was always hurt.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Windex Man.
So, because he would clean the glass, like what? This is not specific enough. But continue.
That was Michael Cage.
I could see that. The man led the league in rebound, had one of the meanest Jerry curls. One of the Yo, he was one of the last brothers still with Jerry curl. He was go look at the film, and he was
Roll
big
the
and
clip.
strong. Michael Cage, one of the last brothers that was still rocking a Jerry curl. I think he was still rocking it in the 90s. He had
probably.
that curl. Yeah.
I think I have like a few of his basketball cards, and they all
They all had, they all
Cards
they
wet.
had just the spraying that after sheen.
Last one. Bones.
Oh, Highland. Wait.
the OG Bones.
Final answer.
No, there's Bones Highland. His name is Bones Highland.
Well, not
No,
him.
no.
Not modern NBA.
Oh! I didn't know that we were going like.
Well, just in general. Just in general.
okay.
Bones.
Bones.
'Cause I can see why that one would be tricky.
Bones Jones.
Johnny Bones Jones. Not shout out John Bone Jones.
That's not him though. It's basketball. Okay. I'll tell you, he is in the same field that you're in now. Calls basketball games, sports analyzing, won a dunk contest.
Oh, you're talking about
Kind of has like a superhero.
Stop.
he has like a superhero name.
Stop.
Nigga, start.
Stop.
We can't stop
Don't
if
worry.
you don't start.
No, hold on. I know it's right there. Brent Jones,
What?
Barry Jones, Michael Jones, Chris Jones.
You're gonna kick yourself when
John
we tell
Jones.
you this.
You're gonna
answer.
hurt yourself after
Yeah.
this one.
No,
You
no,
know
no,
this guy.
I know. I'm just giving shit. He's my neighbor.
He's your neighbor?
Yeah,
Really?
in Hermosa.
You still haven't said his name. We could delete this if it's gonna
No,
make you.
it's
Because
not.
your neighbor gonna be like, you don't even know my name.
No,
bro?"
first of all, I know.
He's still thinking. I think. I think he's still thinking.
You try to look at the
But
reflection
his,
of the
No,
face.
no, no,
his
I
poker
know.
face is so good.
It's so good. That's why I'm great at risk. Does that involve poker faces? Let me say this. Does he have a father that plays in the NBA?
Yeah,
Does he have a brother that plays in the NBA?
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Still haven't said
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
What's his name?
He's my neighbor. He's my neighbor.
Brent Neighbor Jones. No,
No.
it's Brent Barry.
I
dude.
know Brent Barry. I just said he got a dad and a brother that
So?
play in the
That's a
NBA.
lot of people.
I know a couple niggas in the
lot
hood.
of
I don't
people.
know
That's a
their
lot
real
of people.
name.
That's a lot of people.
Oh, so I don't get credit for that?
Nah.
I was trying to see if y'all knew. He is my neighbor in Hermosa. I was just giving him shit.
Really?
Yeah, I was just
I
giving
might
him
move
shit.
to
That's
Hermosa.
okay.
I feel like an NBA player, man.
There's
That's
a lot
dope.
of football players there too.
I don't wanna feel like
golf
football
lives
player.
right behind me.
Really?
Yeah,
Don't wink at me.
I didn't wink at you.
Yes, you did.
Did
I
I?
don't even know
That's
who
just
golf
a
I
is.
think I saw a wing.
Yeah, outstanding quarterback for the Detroit Lions. Former outstanding quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams. I will not let them disrespect you.
I take that back. I knew him from the Rams,
Yeah,
but I just said I don't watch football like that, so I'm not a real man.
I can look at you and tell you you don't watch football.
Bro, I'm built like a wide receiver.
No, you're.
Bro, stop it. Come on, bro.
Look at that.
I'm
Hey.
built like a wide receiver.
I just
bro.
want to let you know.
Okay,
if
now-
the
okay.
one thing, if your shirt
Mm-hmm.
doesn't touch your forearm, like if they just flow, then your biceps aren't that big.
Bro, these are 22-inch motherfucking guns.
You've measured
baby.
them, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Have you measured them?
I'm a
What,
grower,
what were they at? There?
motherfucker.
You're a grower, not a shower.
I'm gonna grow to 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what-
you cannot see me in underwear. Ladies, hey, listen, get me excited. Then I'll, yeah, but don't just walk up and think.
And then you'll still disappoint.
They still
Possibly
disappoint.
if I'm tired, yeah.
Yeah.
Why you keep mentioning tired? Is there are you sending messages to someone?
Nugenics,
Or a
call
future
us.
someone?
I'm busy, and then when it's time to put it down, I go to sleep. I be like, baby, listen, call me in the morning.
So the morning after show.
Dude.
Yeah, the morning after.
And so you're a morning guy.
Oh
You're
yeah,
a morning guy?
100%. Yeah,
You're a morning guy.
the snot in my eyes. Yeah, we gonna like this.
Oh, that okay. I don't want to picture that.
You've seen his search history.
Dude.
You've seen his search history.
It's strange, bro.
Well, we usually do a parting gift, but you already sniffed it out.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm really excited about the Richard and Larry show.
Yes.
That's going to be fun. We can't give too much of a preview of it.
We won't.
But it's going to be fun. I'll allow you to do some creative bullshit.
Yeah, dude, it's not bullshit, but thank you for saying so.
No, I've seen your creativity. It's
not to be respected. I understand.
But that's why I respect you, because we both are
not
like,
to be respected.
No,
You respect.
I respect that you're like,
Don't
this
respect.
isn't real.
Yeah,
I'm an actor.
Yeah.
I'm acting. I can do anything I want. Say some stupid shit. Make a great music video. Just I just did Hannibal Buress. He did I Lift Weights music video.
Oh yeah,
and it's just funny.
He's hilarious.
He don't lift weights.
No, when you see it.
Yeah,
you'll understand. He's great, though.
He's one of the greats.
No, I'm a big fan. Gonna try and get him on the Richard and Larry show also.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So you were my second choice. I asked him first.
That's okay because you saw him more recently. I asked 30 other players to be here.
I was the only one that happened to come to Atlanta.
Like, sure, man.
You're like, I wasn't planning on having you on, but if you're in Atlanta, I guess I'll adjust.
I saw Trae Young. I said, hey, bro, I saw Jason Tatum last night. I said, hey, Tatum, what? He said, no.
Yeah,
I don't know these niggas.
You don't know.
I never met these dudes in my life.
We just know them on TV.
You guys are fun. I'm excited about this, man. It's gonna be a good playoff. This is gonna be a good playoff run. It's gonna be fun.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think there's going to be. I think we'll see the usual suspects, but I think seeing the usual suspects go down is what's going to be the most fun.
You think Boston's going to go down?
I think they're going to be okay. I think they're so deep. They're the team that they're not dominant, so it's not like they're going to sweep. I'm saying they might not sweep the first 2 rounds, lose 1 game, and then they're not going to be dominant through.
Right.
But I think they will. I think they have a chance to
Get out
Denver.
of the East.
I think if it was, you told me if it was them in Denver, I would say yes.
So you think Denver for sure is getting out of the West?
I think Denver is the best team. But this is why I said the usual suspects going down. Watching
Doc Rivers.
Yeah, watching Steph, watching Bron and the Lakers. Phoenix is struggling right now.
Yeah.
So some of those Dallas, somebody's not making it.
Yeah.
Somebody's not making it out of the first round, whether it's Minnesota or OKC. Somebody's not going to make it.
I think it's more clear cut than we think. I do think it's going to be Denver and Boston.
Yeah. It's like when you saw Steph and LeBron in the finals for
So epic, dude. Never happened again.
Bron was there for 8 straight years. Steph was there 5 straight years, and they went against each other 4 straight times. These were in the finals. Now there's a probability that both of these teams don't make the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
There's still they could lose in the play-in. Like the Lakers could lose to the Warriors, and then the Warriors. I guess if the Warriors 9-10, then they play for the winner. Loser of that plays 8. Then both these guys could not be in the postseason, and these were guys that are still at the peak of their game. They're still top 10 players in the league, and they can. I think that's going to be fun to watch that drama. Mm-hmm. That's what's going to be exciting.
So you got Joker MVP, and you got Denver winning.
Yeah.
I think the Warriors have to trade Draymond, do a trade with the WWE, send Draymond to the WWE, and they get The Rock back, and I think they would be better.
I will say this. Draymond, he had a little moment last night or 2 nights ago.
It's every game.
No, it's not every game. He did have a Martin Lawrence moment, right? Where he's kind of like, he had a stretch there where he's like, but kudos to Draymond. He's cleaned up his act. He's too talented of a player, too important to his team to keep wilding out.
As much as I hate the Warriors,
yeah,
I will be sad. It is not the same when Klay's not shooting well, when Draymond's suspended all the time, because Steph is still playing at an elite level.
Steph's unreal, dude. He's unreal.
And so when they break that team up, it will be a sad moment.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. It's like watching the Chicago team break up, watching Miami when they had the great team break up, watching the Celtics. With Paul and
the
KJ.
Nets when y'all shipped off Keith Van Horn.
Yeah, when we broke up, when great teams break up, You grew up in Jersey.
Yeah.
When it was Jason Kidd and Kenyon Martin and Kerry Kittles and myself
good,
and
dude.
all of these guys, it was like you had a great 5-6 year stretch of being a basketball fan and New Jersey fan and be like, we're going to the playoffs every year.
Yep.
We're winning rounds. It's going to be awesome.
Dude, Kerry Kittle is actually one of the first autographs I've ever got.
Really?
I met him at
Such a nice guy.
Newark Airport. He was the nicest dude. And then I also got to go to a few practices because, sometimes they do like fan stuff where season ticket holders can come to like y'all's practice. So we met. I'm pretty sure I met you, dude. I was probably like 12 or something at the time. Byron Scott was the coach. Man, those were crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, I got to
we
go.
ran into
My
fucking
call
Shaq.
time is 1 o'clock.
Nobody gives a fuck, bro.
12. It's not. Well, this is the thing. It's Jason Tatum, so I'm not the star.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't.
He lost to the Hawks yesterday after a ridiculous fucking letdown, so he can go and fuck himself.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I love Jason Tatum.
Dude, thanks for coming, dude. This is so fun,
love
man.
you, bro. Thank you.